You know this song, Life is a Dream. Life is a dream, time like a stream carries our burdens away. Never despair, joys everywhere. Love can befriend you today. Free from all care, like birds on the air, soar above griefs and worries, seek joy and be gay. Often on earth, things of great worth, worldly ambitions define. Sometimes a friend helps us ascend up from life's cares to the sky. Love is a star, though shining afar. It can guide us and help us for light to draw nigh. Often on earth, things of great worth, worldly ambitions define. Sometimes a friend helps us ascend up from life's cares to the sky. Love is a star, though shining afar. It can guide us and help us for light to draw nigh. Love is a star, though shining afar. It can guide us and help us for light to draw nigh. And now we'll sing together this chant of, well, actually, it's written by Swami Shankaracharya, and it was translated by Yogananda. No birth, no death, no caste have I. Just 1 minute here. No birth, no death, no caste have I. No birth, no death, no caste have I. Father, mother, have I none. Father, mother, have Spirit, I am He. Oh, I am He, I am He. Blessed Spirit, I am He. Oh, I am He, I am He. Blessed Spirit, I am He. I am He, I am He. Blessed Spirit, I am He. Oh, I am He, I am He. Blessed Spirit, I am He. I am He, I am He. Blessed Spirit, I am He. No birth, no death, no castaway. 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 Now we'll take this next song into meditation. This is the poem God, God, God that Master Yogananda wrote. And Swami Kriyananda put the poem to music. So it's hard to sing along with it because there's a lot of words, but there is kind of a chorus. God, God, God. So you can either just listen and take this in as we prepare ourselves for meditation and come into that inward space where we're sitting straight with our spine erect. Our shoulders back, chin parallel to the floor. And absorb the words and the vibration of the music as I sing it. And as I said, if you want to, you can sing along, especially with the chorus. God, 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 God. From the depths of slumber as I ascend the spiral stairway of wakefulness, I will whisper, whisper, God, God, God. Thou art the food, and when I break my fast of nightly separation from thee, I will taste thee and mentally say, God, God, God. No matter where I go, the spotlight of my mind will ever keep turning on thee, and in the battle din of activity, my silent war cry will be, God, God, God. When boisterous storms of trial shriek, and when worries howl at me, I will drown their noises, loudly chanting, God, God, God. When my mind weaves dreams, dreams, with threads of memories, on that magic cloth will I impose. God, God, God. Every night in time of deepest sleep, when my peace dreams and calls, joy, joy, my joy comes singing evermore. God, God, God. In waking, eating, working, dreaming, sleeping, serving, meditating, chanting, divinely loving, my soul will constantly hum, unheard by any. God, 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 Let's continue to prepare ourselves for meditation by doing a double inhale through our nose, tensing our body. Tense, tense, tense. And exhale through the mouth, double. And again, twice through the nose. Tense every part from your toes to your ears. And exhale. One more time. Now, as you breathe in when you're ready, feel that the energy is rising in your spine up to the spiritual eye, the point between the eyebrows, with every inhalation. And with every exhalation, the energy slowly sinking back down. You can accompany this with the mantra Hong Sa. I am spirit, I am he. Inhaling on Hong. And hold it at the spiritual eye for 3 counts. You can go Om, Om, Om mentally. And exhale, Sa. Ancient Sanskrit mantra. Dive deep in these few minutes. We'll meditate for 5 minutes. If your mind starts to get distracted and think about other things, just gently bring it back. You can use the mantra. It's very helpful for focus and concentration. But allow a couple of minutes at the end to just be, to absorb the awakened energy.
spouses, their friends, their beliefs, their ideas, not because of any new expansion of awareness, but because they lack the simple power of perseverance. One must be loyal to one's principles and not allow oneself to be ruled by sentiment. To be loyal to others and to one's assumed goals in life, not for sentimental reasons, but in the name of principle, is the way of divine progress. Perseverance can be difficult, for in every undertaking there is a certain amount of dull routine. Don't be ruled, therefore, by likes and dislikes, but do whatever has to be done. If it is right, let nothing intervene until the job is finished. Affirming in a loud voice, commanding the attention of the conscious mind, I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. And now in a more conversational tone, I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. And now taking it inward into the subconscious, repeat in a whisper, I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. Now taking it even deeper into the subconscious, in silence. I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. Now with rising aspiration, taking your awareness to the point between the eyebrows, searing this affirmation into the superconscious mind, repeating in deep silence. I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond, so also is my resolution. Prayer. Though the sirens of distraction call me to turn aside and relax the sternness of my dedication, keep me steadfast on the path, Lord. My goal in life is Thee.
Today's reading, Rays of the One Light, Weekly Commentaries on the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita. Week 47, Reincarnation, the Spiral Staircase. Truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda. In the book of Revelation, chapter 3, Jesus Christ tells us, Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. There is a difference between church dogmas, which are based on reasoned deductions from scriptural statements, and the pronouncements of wisdom, which are based on the inner realization of scriptural truths. Reason, like a train, can only follow already existing tracks of human experience. Human memory, being short, is seldom able to cross back over the threshold of a person's present existence. Biblical references to previous lifetimes on earth are overlooked in the deductive process, and we find them therefore excluded from the body of official dogma. Nevertheless, such references exist. The Bible itself presents them, as does Jesus in this passage, not as abstract teaching, but as direct, personal perception of truth. In the same way, Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, silences Arjuna's reasonable doubts on the subject, not by reasoned argument, by the frank statement contained in the 4th chapter of this great scripture. Arjuna, you and I have passed through many births. I know all of them, though you, O chastier of foes, recall them not. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind.
Thank you, Lynn. Today's reading from Whispers from Eternity is number 34. Make me thy butterfly of eternity. I have burnt my past, destroying every seed of evil destiny. I have stridden bravely through the strown ashes of my past and future fears. I am the eternal now, having torn to shreds my enclosing cocoon of ignorance with the sharp knife of free will. Now I am thy soaring butterfly of eternity, flitting freely through immeasurable skies of time. The beauty of my wings I spread out through nature everywhere, to entertain all beings. My wings are sprinkled with suns and stardust. Lo, I am beautiful. May every silken thread that shrouded my past, may every silken thread that shrouded my past folly be severed forever. See, they trail now behind me, only adding to my beauty as I wing my way to my own self in thee. So Swami Kriyananda tells a story of at Mount Washington when he was a monk there, and Master had been making recordings of chants, many hours, and I imagine we have some of those recordings. I'm curious exactly which recordings those are, but anyway, here's the story. Afterwards, they were standing outside, and Master was in a very deep, blissful state from singing the chants over and over again. And he looked at the monks and he said, if you could see you as I see you, you would realize that you are nothing but light, beautiful light. That's why that story from Whispers, the Whispers reading, struck me, because it matches the story that we all are just beautiful, and most of the time we have all of our fears and tears and past follies that are kind of blocking our vision. But Master could see the monks in a different dimension because he was in an uplifted state, and when we are in that state, everything looks beautiful. And he also wanted to assure the monks that that beauty is right in front of us right now. All we have to do is open our eyes and see it. It's like the song, let's see, well, I didn't actually write this down. I didn't intend to say it, but it just occurred to me right now. I'm going to just look it up because it's a great quote. And while I'm doing that, I just want to say about the songs that Swami's written. There's in every line, there's just a wealth of wisdom. So this is from Come Gather Round. It's in your heart, the songs of joy resound. You'll hear but echoes in the world around. Wind on a hill sounds lonely if you're sad, free if you're free, and cheerful if you're glad. So that's just like what in that story with Masters, his eyes were opened and he could see them in all their beauty. And all of us, we struggle to always see things with that level of beauty and divine consciousness. There's a story in the autobiography of a yogi of when Yogananda, he was very enthralled by Luther Burbank. And of course, if you've read the book, you know that he directed it. He dedicated it to Luther Burbank, an American saint. And in fact, when Swami first picked up the book and he saw that, he was kind of disgusted. American saint? Who ever heard of that? But then he luckily gave it another try. So Master used to go up to Santa Rosa and visit with Luther Burbank all the time. And well, he had read some of his books, and that's what caught his eye, because he knew he had a divine consciousness, the way he related to plants and to children, and bringing all the positive attributes into being especially through plants. So Luther Burbank says, "My friend Henry Ford and I both believe in the ancient theory of reincarnation," Luther told me. "It sheds light on aspects of life otherwise inexplicable. Memory is not a test of truth. Just because man fails to remember his past lives does not prove he never had them. Memory is blank concerning his womb life and infancy too. But he probably passed through them," he chuckled. So I thought that was interesting. Henry Ford, who, what a visionary to have invented that automobile. And this is back in the early, over 100 years ago. So we obviously have lived many, many lives. And also, it's interesting because in the Bible, it talks about reincarnation as well, but over the years, it's been diluted. And in Autobiography of a Yogi, you can read about that. A fascinating chapter is the resurrection of Sri Yukteswar, and he talks about the astral plane and the causal plane and the lifetimes and all these things. And also Yogananda talks about the former lives of Jesus and John the Baptist. So I'm not going to go into those right now, but if you want to study further on the subject, it's all right in here. So it's really interesting to kind of look at our lives as we get older, and you see an elderly person on the street and they're all hunched over and they may have a cane, and you think, well, that person was a child running freely and jumping and playing, and then that child became a man, and he supported his family and was active and vital. And then 80, 90 years down the road, they're all hunched over and can barely walk. So which of those people is that person? And that's kind of a trick question, because obviously they're all of those people, but really none of those people, because it's the soul. When the body dies and it is no longer breathing and the cells are gone and everything's decaying and it's possibly turned into ashes or whatever, that's just another phase of that particular body. But the soul lives on. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. Whether from the time, well, hopefully there's been some spiritual growth. If we think of our lifetimes as going to school and we're kind of graduating from the next class and we've learned our lessons, and then we go for a little break in the astral plane, and then we determine what are the next things on our list to accomplish and to move through. And then we incarnate again, and we hopefully achieve those goals, and on over and over again. So Asha tells this story of when Swami Kriyananda's father had a heart attack, and it's probably in the late 70s, maybe early 80s, and they got him going again. He lived another year, and and then he passed, and this whole passage of time becomes poignant for us, because even when people die, we still feel sorrow that their bodies are gone, but their energy and their life force, their consciousness is still with us, and we can even hear their laughter. It's extraordinary. And even though we've done this cycle many, many times, and we've watched our loved ones depart or loved ones enter into the world, it's still like a miracle, and we're still amazed and surprised, and it's very interesting how we forget. We just somehow think that this is it. What's right in front of us is it. And so that's, again, the story with Yogananda, just saying, if you could only see how beautiful you are, if you could see how I see you, you're beautiful. And we see our faults, we see our problems and our fears and concerns and all that. And really, it is all just a dream. Just like in the song, life is a dream. We wake up and, oh, lo and behold, that was a dream, or that was a nightmare, if we've had a pretty tough life. And it's all, of course, I think most people probably listening to this understand the law of karma, and what keeps bringing us back is our desires and our unfulfilled dreams, and that's how it should be. We just have to keep, persevering, just as the affirmation said. It's a long haul, and the fact that we're even here listening to this, talking about it, shows that we are really close. We've come a long way. And so the best thing is to not get discouraged when things just seem overwhelming and like we're not making any progress. I've had the experience where I've found old affirmations or goals, and some of them 20, 30 years old, and it is a little discouraging. Wow, I'm still working on this one, but it's a slow road. But the thing is, we have quite an amazing support system. We have the gurus, and we have God's grace, and so that's the part we should try very hard not to sink into discouragement when we feel like, wow, I I failed first grade. I have to be held back or something like that. I didn't learn how to read this lifetime or this school year. And so I'm going to have to do it over again. You know, countless lifetimes and just one, you know, they're like a drop in the bucket. So we have to see the bigger picture and remember that we have incredible good fortune to have so much help on our side. I'll tell you another story of Asha, which I found very humorous. Now, Asha she's here in Assisi right now, so it's been wonderful going to teas and having satsangs with her. And she's so practical and funny and wise and a little self-demeaning at times. So she tells this story how when she was in her 50s, well, first of all, she has been a serious student of yoga and spiritual practices since she was 19, and she met Swami when she was 22. And she's in her 70s now. So, I mean, that's a long lifetime. And so she's always tried to live in, you know, in a higher dimension, a higher consciousness. But she told this story when she was in her 50s. Every time she looked in the mirror, she was like, something's wrong. Something looks funny, looks different in the mirror. And so she finally decided it was her hair. So she kept going to different hairstylists, and she'd go to one, and then she'd look in the mirror. It's not fixed yet. Something's still wrong. So she'd go to a different person. And finally, many times she did this, and and then she finally had a hairstylist who said, nothing's wrong. This is it. This is what you're going to look like. And it's kind of like the reality of, oh, it wasn't just her hair. It was the whole package just aging. And what she says is what was so amazing is that she was surprised after all these years of being so strongly on the path. And if you've heard her speak, you might be surprised that she would have a moment like that. But that's the thing, is we forget that this is all just part of the plan. So there was this is very interesting exercise, and if you haven't tried it, it might be fun to do. It was a seminar for people with terminal illnesses. And the first exercise was to make a list of all of the things that they would never get to do because their life was going to be ending soon. And the next day, the exercise was to make a list of all the things they would not have to deal with. And this was a very freeing experience for them. And also just, again, it reminds us, it helps us remember that this is just one blink of the eye. We've had so many experiences in our lifetime, this lifetime and in every lifetime. Swami used to say we've been everything from a pirate to a saint and everything in between. So I find that comforting, especially these days when we see horrible people, crazy people doing crazy things in this world, and I just shake my head. How can this be happening? And it's because we're on the cusp of a yuga. We're going into a higher age, and there is still a lot of darkness and a lot of dark consciousness and energy. And I mean, it's not that we can just kind of ignore it and, blow it off. It's part of this world. But somehow it's comforting to me to know that it's all as it should be. And we all have to do everything and be everything before we stop this cycle, this reincarnation cycle. And I know early on, I came to the determination that I probably would not be able to complete all my karma in this lifetime and be free. I mean, it's possible, but it seems unlikely. And but if I could just refrain from creating more karma, new karma, and just work on, getting rid of the old. And this is why we do Kriya Yoga, because ultimately that is the one tool that can really help us. It's a powerful technique, meditation technique, and it helps to basically loosen up all the desires and attachments that we hold in our chakras as we, again, the spine, as we were meditating earlier, and we did that simple exercise of Hong Sa. It's all in the spine. That's where we hold onto things. And when we come back, we reincarnate, we don't have the same physical spine, but we still have the astral or causal spines. And we bring those desires, those little vrittis, those little whirlpools of energy that are lodged in our chakras, we bring them back with us. And so it's not a clean slate. Nope, we get to carry back all that we have not freed up yet. And that is why Kriya is such a powerful technique, because it specifically helps to loosen and dissolve these energy vortexes that we carry in our chakras, in our spine. So stay karmically current and do not create more karmic debts, because that's just more work in the future. Surrender to God's will, tuning into what is happening, and just being at peace with all the things that are around you. Even if we see horrible things happening, we don't have much choice but to accept. And I mean, the real problem is that we get emotionally bound and emotionally attached to the outer world, whether it's in our immediate life or in another country where horrific things are happening. So it's not that we ignore it and blow it off, but if we are able to stay in that realization that this is all just for our learning, everything that everyone is going through, it's for our education and entertainment, Yogananda would say. That's what life is for. And if we can stay in that space of acceptance and surrender without giving up our willpower and our perseverance, it's an interesting line to walk, but we have a lot of help. And so for that, I'm very grateful. Besides these great gurus that we have each other to help us along the way. Just in this song, Life is a Dream, sometimes a friend helps us ascend up from life's cares. So blessings to you all. I'd like to end with this song, God's Boatman, which is a beautiful promise. It's also a prayer from Whispers from Eternity. And it's a beautiful promise of the Guru coming back for us over and over again, even if we're the last person to make it. the Guru will continue to come. I want to ply my boat many times across the Gulf after death. I want to load my boat with those waiting thirsty ones who are left behind, and carry them by pools of iridescent joy to my Father. Oh, I will come again and again, crossing a million cracks of suffering, with bleeding feet 1,000,000,000 times, as long as one is left behind, as long as one of you seek my divine in me. I want thee, oh my God, that I may give thee to all. I want salvation, Lord, that I may give it to all, that I may show